Hello, Gelato Familia. I'm back with another live. This is George the Disney Italiano. Um, again, from our hotel room. Again, I apologize. We have two beds. We only need one. So we use this second one for kind of like sprawling things out and trying to, figure out like our outfits for the day and everything. So I do apologize for the mess on the second bed. But in any case, thought I'd do a live, kind of go back to, talking about like all the news that's going on in Disney and entertainment and all that good stuff. Um, Tried to do a live earlier with the season 5 of Stranger Things. That was not a good route to go. I attempted, but hey, you live and learn. It would have been very successful had it would have been much better arranged. But in any case, thank you all for joining me today. And this is also a tester live because I know, and this was also part of the issue with the last one. I'm not sure how I am coming, if I'm lagging, if the quality of the video, the internet connection in the hotel has been very wonky lately. So let's see. Of course, we got my babe in the house. And we also got Giant Peter Adventures, Hollow from Viva Las Geladas. Okay, I'm assuming Las Vegas, but I like that. Viva Las Geladas. I like that. The one and only theme park conductor. Welcome in. Good to see you too. So glad you're here. And we also got Mademoiselle, Evening Hollow Gelato. Let's see. And then, of course, theme park conductor says, make sure to subscribe to Hollow Gelato on YouTube. Thank you so much, conductor. Greatly appreciate you, as always. Let's see. Giant Peter event. Giant. So wait. Is it okay? At first, I thought it was Giant Pad Ventures, but no. Giant P Adventures. Okay. I was nearby Netflix Bites restaurant. I could have requested for them to ask YouTube to have your watch party. Yeah, that would have been really cool. Yeah, they're very, and I can understand like with the thing with Netflix and everything. And after the fact it was all said and done, I'm like, yeah, like I should have known better. Like, of course, because it's a whatever. Then we got Mama Italiano in the house. Let's see. Today I went to the gym, had an awesome breakfast, went to the Friends experience at MGM. Ooh, that's cool. Hershey store and having dinner. Awesome. Well, glad you're enjoying your time in Viva Las Geladas. See, I like that now, Peter. See, now I have to stick with that. But in any case, this is also wasn't just jumping on as a tester to see how the internet is doing. But I thought, again, we'd talk about some things in the Disney news and what have you. So I kind of have to play a little bit of catch up because, again, trying to get all video content out with how slow the internet has been. And don't worry, folks, we actually have 7 videos that's backed up right now. We have 5 mainstream videos, and then we have 2 member exclusive videos that we're trying to get out. So as I said, we're trying to get all that out before new content comes out because it's just going to keep on backing up like a bowel movement, So, all right. So I'm going to share my screen here. And this kind of has like a lot of articles from all over the place. A lot of the news actually came from Disneyland Paris recently that got all the new news. But I'm going to start here with the one and only Mr. Scott Gustin. The new nighttime show at Disney Adventure World will feature the world's first aquatic drone system integrated with aerial drones. And he goes, fine, I'm officially begging, please. And he's showing a spot in across from Asia in Animal Kingdom, which I completely agree with him. They can do something with that kind of technology so that they're not using pyro or any kind of fireworks or disruptive elements to the animals and the nature of the park. But why I also bring this to him first and foremost, I think that's really cool that Disney is considering on doing that. But hopefully we get something like that in the States and not just over internationally. But I believe it was Attractions Magazine that mentioned that, there was the possibility of underwater animatronics uh, for something with Pandora that's coming over here to DCA. Now, I don't know if that's just kind of hearsay or if that was a leak, or is it a rumor? No one really knows for sure, but it is coming from Attractions Magazine, and I know that they're very sourceful when it comes to their announcements. But it makes me wonder if that technology is kind of integrating in what this is, because there also was a possible leak that Pandora could eventually be coming to Adventure World, which is also in Paris. So I don't know, like with the aquatic drones and the aquatic audio animatronics, if it's all kind of like intermixing with each other, so to speak, if it's all one thing. Is it coming to DCA? Is this just exclusively to Disneyland Paris? Is Disneyland Paris going to get Avatar? All questions, but still unknown answers that we'll have to wait and see. But but overall, I think it's really cool of the aquatic drone system with the aerial drones and what have you, and then the possible, if it really is kind of like underwater audio animatronics, I think that would be really cool if they can pull that off. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, like it'll be like state of the art technology, and it's not like the dinos in the Jurassic area, and also like Jaws in the Backlot tour. They're impressive, but you could still tell that they're kind of dated as far as audio animatronics go. So I hope that Disney can better amp up the technology. And kind of sticking with Disneyland Paris, again, this is kind of like the news around the world right now that Disney has dropped lately. This is coming from Drew, the Disney dude. Disneyland Paris shared a new map of Disney Adventure World opening on March 29th, 2026, which a lot of it will be opening. And these are like the main lands that's going to make up of the new revitalized theme park: World Premiere Plaza, Adventure Way, Adventure Bay, Marvel Avengers Campus, how original, the Lion King themed area, World of Frozen, and Worlds of Pixar. And then I'll also bring up the photos. This is what the kind of like the play on map is going to look like in the different sectors. So the middle part, you have Adventure. Well, first you walk in and it's World Premiere Plaza. And then in front of that is Adventure Way, which is the surrounding walkway. And then you have the lake, which is Adventure Bay. And then you have Marvel Avengers Campus, which I think is so funny because they actually now call it Marvel Avengers Campus because Disneyland Paris could do that. Out here, it's just Avengers Campus. So I love how they kind of throw in the Marvel part. And then I love how they show like the construction area for the Lion King. That's going to go there. And then the massive World of Frozen over here, north. And then the Worlds of Pixar, which have Crush's Coaster, the RC Racer, and that I don't know, is the Peter, correct me if I'm wrong, is that Cars backlot thing in this park, or is that over? I think it's in this park. And then you have some other pictures of what it's actually going to look like. It does really look breathtaking. It literally looks like Arendelle just like came right from the pages. And then this is still the concept art for the Lion King. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then, yeah, that just showcases. Let's see, we're going to go here. This is coming from Theme Park Obsession. Disneyland Paris has some of the best entertainment teams, and I think this new Lagoon show is going to prove that even more. You think Disney Cascade of Lights will be better than World of Color? They definitely might give it a run for its money, I will say that. But yeah, so you have some kind of pieces of concept art. So you have the Avengers right there. You have Mulan. You have Up and another piece of Mulan. I love how like the fireworks, they actually it looks like the house with the balloons. That's kind of cool. And that's going to be on Adventure Bay, where all that water, the Water Lake area was. And then I also think too, aren't they going to have a Frozen kind of like nighttime boat show or day or in the day or something? Aren't they supposed to have something of Frozen that's like in the world of Frozen, but it's going to be like on that water area? I thought I saw something of that. Let's see. I'm going to come back to this really quick because I do want to have a little conversation about that. But where is the... Oh, here's the... Okay, so wait, here's the Frozen. This is coming from Scott Gustin. A brand new show is coming to World of Frozen in Paris. A celebration in Arendelle brings the Snowflower Festival to life on 3 beautiful crafted Viking longships sailing into the bay several times a day. Okay, so it's just on the bay, but several times a day. Doing a little Dr. Seuss there. Let me see, because there was another that, you know, everyone's talking about, and that's this little guy right here. This is coming from Discussing Film. First look at the new Olaf animatronic. The animatronic is able to meet guests and speak, interact with them. Coming soon to Disneyland Paris's upcoming World of Frozen Land. I thought this was... Oh. 1 second. I don't want to... There we go. Just in case with the music. But I think this is really cool. I love how they make him... I love how they make him the actual size, like the perfect scale of Olaf. The way he walks, the way he moves, it's like his mannerisms. Now, I am excited about this, and I'm not downplaying it at all or anything, but do you think eventually this is going to be the new way where characters are going to be roaming as audio animatronics, and they won't have costume characters anymore? I mean, we're still going to get costume characters right now, but I mean, like down the road, are these early signs that everything is going to be audio animatronic? Because here's the thing, I love, you know, when we meet the characters of like Mickey and Minnie and Donald and everything, but I wonder if eventually they start making like their actual scale size in audio animatronics. I wonder if they would do that, or they would just keep, you know, maybe certain characters, or I'm not 100% sure. But overall, this is what I don't want the music. But overall, I am excited. I love like how like his nose can be removed and reattached on. That's also coming from Attractions Magazine. A walking, free roaming Olaf animatronic is coming to 2 Disney theme parks in 2026. So I think it's, you know, it's cool that, you know, with the technology, but as long as it just doesn't take away everything. I like to have both. And Jack from DSNY Newscast also covered it. Dave from Fresh Baked. So yeah, I mean, this is a big deal, and as I said, it's very exciting. But as I said, as long as it just doesn't take away everything. But also too, I hope they actually like keep like these things going. Like I hope we don't see him for like a month or 2, and then he goes away and you never see him again, like part of the Disney like R&D group stuff. Let's see. And I will, don't worry, I will get to the chat. I will catch up with you guys. Don't worry. There was one other thing. Oh yeah, it was the... Let's see. And it's this right here. So this is also coming from Discussing Film. First look at Rapunzel's Tangled Spin Ride. teacup style attraction with Mandy Moore reprising her role as Rapunzel, opening in Disneyland Paris's new land, Adventure Bay, on March 29th. Yeah, so March 29th is going to be a big day for Disneyland Paris for sure. And this is a photo taken. I think it looks really good. I mean, for just like a typical classic spinner attraction of how well themed they have it. I mean, I would rather have a fully immersive Tango attraction, but I mean, if this is what they want to theme like a type of teacup style ride, I think they did really well. Just kill the music there, and then someone like videoed just like a little snippet of like underneath like the gazebo kind of like of the ride itself. So I'm gonna go back here. Okay, so I'm gonna jump back to the chat, but then I want to talk about this when we do. But hold on one second. I'm gonna catch up with the chat here. Let's see. We have. Let me see. Where did I? Let's see. Giant Peter says, let's see. The Friends experience was very much Disney/Universal level quality. That's good. And what's up, Remy D? Welcome in. And yeah, happy early Turkey Day to you too. And actually to everybody. I hope you all have a great, happy, healthy, safe, especially if you're traveling, if you already traveled, Thanksgiving to you and your family. Let's see. Peter says, George, you'll eventually see the water jet drones when we eventually go. Yeah, okay, that's good to know. Hopefully it'll be there when we do. Let's see. Happy Friendsgiving. That's what we were celebrating at Friends. Oh, yeah, the Happy Friendsgiving. That's cool. I love the episode where they're playing football in the park when Phoebe flashes the guys. I love that episode. Let's see. They even have room to expand Avengers Campus. Yeah, they do. And as I said, and someone showed like a picture, like if they were to add Avatar to Adventure World, like they showed like the plot of land that it could go into. Let's see. Basically, they can expand the campus into Tower of Terror, and even the Alice Stunt Show area just gets engulfed by Avengers. That would be really cool. We got Kevin on the go. Welcome in, Kev. So glad to see you. Always a pleasure. Okay, I'm going to come back up to this article because I thought this was very interesting. So this is, what'd I do? Oh, there we go. Sorry, folks. This is what happens when you have to deal with 2 pages. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is courtesy of Boardwalk Times. Shout out to Zach. He does a tremendous job over at Boardwalk Times. Okay, so he's saying, could a Hades audio animatronic be on the horizon for Villains Land? In a new post about their next generation tech for audio animatronics, Disney says it's especially transformative for characters who have traditional challenging features to create, like Mike Wazowski, Lightning McQueen, or Hades. And I thought that's very interesting that they do incorporate Hades, because they have in some aspect created types of audio animatronics of Mike Wazowski and of Lightning McQueen, obviously in Radiator Springs Racers, in the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy, which is no longer there, but it's the same kind of audio animatronics that they use out here for Cars Land. But they mentioned Hades, and with Villains Land on the horizon, could there potentially be a Hades audio animatronic either for the land or maybe in one of the attractions? It's very telling, because I'm assuming when they're saying like a transformative like challenge of like how he goes from blue to red when he gets all fired up, and the actual fire on his head, they'll probably like add like those kind of extra special features to make him more look realistic. Hopefully more better than dare I say it, the performer on the Disney Destiny. I'm sorry, folks. I'm for sure the show is spectacular. I can't wait to see it myself. But I mean, have a blue beard. I mean, come on, like that's not Hades. That is so not Hades. Let's see. And then this was a scene from the Imagineering. So Walt Disney, this is coming from Scott Gustin, by the way. Walt Disney Imagineering shared insane video of its next-gen real-time front-facing projection mapping, adding new emotions like crying and blushing. Disney says the tech will help bring characters like Mike Wazowski, Lightning McQueen, and even Hades to life. So they kind of go a little bit further into of how characters could actually have emotion into this. I'm going to see if I can play this. Let me see.
By using front projection is really
very rich micro expression through that front projection.
the texturing that we can get by using front projection is really incredible. The detailing on the skin, we can play around with shaders, we can change the material properties, we can do transformations that we've never been able to do before.
Now, what if it was basically a little more battle scarred, a little more hardened, and he gets cut right across the face?
So much of this innovation is how we make these characters as realistic as they can so that they convey the emotion that they're feeling to the guests so that we can all be in that story together.
Very rich micro expression through that front.
That's really cool of how it goes like beyond just having like several facial expressions where you can literally create like a battle scar or a cut or a tear or that's amazing. And again, this is great work from Disney's R&D, but like they have to allow this stuff to actually come into a reality. You know, it's like you can't just say it and not do it, you know? So hopefully they stick with this. Let me see here. Where are we? Let's see. They had a Disney PhotoPass style option where I got 6 prints and all my photos on digital for like $45. It was some very cool photos. Oh, nice. Let's see. Die Hard, the ride. Let's see. Disney has been killing it with the tech demos as of late. Just needed in the parks. Absolutely. I completely agree, Remy. It's like, again, it's great work, but like, can we get it in the park? Yeah, I remember, Peter, they did have the Armageddon experience. Well, 1 second here. There we go. So yeah, so I thought I'd jump on and have a little chat with you guys. But yeah, it was just some of that new stuff. It was kind of like all over the place. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make like a video or just go live. But as I said, I wanted to try to do a live because I haven't done one in a while, and I wasn't sure how the live was going to go with the connection in the hotel room, because Abby and I are planning on doing another live, and this is going to be a full-fledged live on Friday, day after tomorrow, on Black Friday. We're going to have our Unboxmas live show where we have some fun, interesting items that we're going to unbox live, and we're calling it our Unboxmas. And we're going to share it all with you, and we'll have a conversation, and we'll talk while we're doing some unboxing and showing you guys some of the items that we got. And as I had mentioned, we will also be doing possibly some giveaways. And also too, Peter, I know you're still on here. Jacob was on earlier with the other live. And then also with Dragon Blood, don't worry, we still have your items. Also on Friday, we will officially be sending them out. We do have the items. We got the boxes. We got the bubble wrap. We got everything. We're going to just like wrap it all in one. And also, if you guys are one of the lucky winners for the giveaway, then we'll just throw that, not necessarily throw. We'll put that item in with the other things. Because we also have some extra goodies for you guys as well. Some extra Holo Gelato stuff that I think you guys will like. So we'll send those to you. And for anyone else who wants to join in to possibly win for the giveaway, you know, you're definitely more than welcome to participate. And Peter says, on Black Friday, I'm going to see The Wizard, that fake bastard at the Sphere. We'll definitely have fun with that. I mean, I've heard it's very... very interesting. Like, it's very lifelike in the Sphere. We didn't get to go to the Sphere. We were tempted to try to do Backstreet Boys, but the tickets were astronomical of what was left, and we would have been like all the way in the back and like for like $1,200, and we're like, no, that's fine. I've seen the Backstreet Boys 3 times. I haven't seen them at the Sphere though, but I mean, I'm not going to pay $1,200 for that. Sorry. I know a lot of people do, and that's your thing, you know. But I'd rather take I'd probably like to take put that towards like a 7-night Caribbean cruise. You know, that's just me. Which we will eventually be doing another cruise, probably in the next couple years. We have something possibly planned. I don't want to give away too much of it yet. Once things get kind of fleshed out, but it's hopefully it'd be a good Disney cruise for sure. Honestly, that's probably all I'll do is like when I go cruising. I love cruising. It's probably just going to be with Disney. I hear that, you know, Norwegian and Royal Caribbean do awesome, you know, cruises, but I don't know. It's not that just because I'm Disney biased. I don't know. It's just something about the way Disney does things. It's just, I don't know. That maybe that is biased. Let's see. I saw the Backstreet Boys live at Caesars. Oh, that's cool. Remy D, what is your favorite Backstreet Boys song? Ooh, good question. You know, some of my favorite Backstreet Boys songs you would think is the typical I Want It That Way, or As Long As You Love Me. But mine are several songs that are very well known, but I don't know if a lot of people would really know. It's Drowning. I love that song, Drowning. Shape of My Heart. I actually prefer Shape of My Heart over Drowning, but and then there's also a song of theirs. I want to make sure I got the title right. Give me 1 second. I have it on my playlist. Give me 1 second. I know it starts with a T. And it's on the same album. Oh yeah, okay. It's just I would have been right. Time. So it's Time, Shape of My Heart, and Drowning. Those are like my 3 top Backstreet Boys songs. I actually, to be honest with you, I'm a more Backstreet Boys person than NSYNC. I do love NSYNC songs like, you know, Bye 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 and This I Promise You. Probably my top 3 NSYNCs is God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You, This I Promise You, and Bye Bye Bye. Those are probably like my top NSYNCs. But if I had to pick and choose between one or the other, I would pick Backstreet Boys over NSYNC. Yeah, you know what's so funny, Remy? I know that I always like throw out like a lot of my ex-wife jokes, but in all seriousness, she actually calls them that, NSYNC, because she was never a fan of NSYNC. She was always like Team Backstreet Boys. But yeah, she would call them NSYNC. But it takes one to know one, I guess, right? I had to throw it in there. I'm sorry. And yeah, hands off, Gabriella. Yeah. It's funny. Oh yeah, Abby, that's right. 98 Degrees is really good too. I love their collaboration when they did with Stevie Wonder for True to Your Heart from Mulan. And then their song, it's called Still. And then Because of You. It's all because of you. And we got Jesse Adventure in the house. What's up, Jesse? Let's see. Hershey store was cool. Last time I went in the store was 15 years ago. They had cool Christmas displays. Yeah, honestly, anything really of Hershey, like, because as I said, growing up in PA, I would go like to Hershey Park and the Hershey factory, just up in Hershey, PA. I actually was tempted. I was going to apply to be an extra in the new biopic that they're filming of Hershey and how Hershey was made and everything. And this Abby's like she like did her stealth mode, grabbing probably. I think our food is here. That's how we do it, folks. We just like order DoorDash and stuff like that. Sometimes we're just lazy. You know, we just like to just sit in and just chill. And for all of you who want to know what we DoorDashed, we got Arby's. There you go. Yeah, you have to like give it like some gusto. I have to like. You can't see her. But yeah, in any case, if any of you want to know what we DoorDash, we ended up getting Arby's because I ended up falling in love with their new, like, it's like an Italian sub. And go figure, something that I really love that they have it for a limited time. Yeah, so I wanted to get that while I can, because the Arby's up at our place, they've been out of the Italian sub. They haven't restocked it. But someone asked, oh, so Remedy says, where are you? We're in the Anaheim area. We're staying close by Disneyland for the, for the holidays. And then also we're going to be doing a lot more content in the parks and everything, which actually, even though we're staying in Anaheim, we're kind of like all over the place. We're still going up to LA and Universal. We actually just did another live taping of Happy's Place down at the Universal lot. We saw the finale of the season 2 of Happy's Place. So yeah, we're like all over the place. So we're staying. What was that?
Nothing.
What fell?
Nothing.
Well, something had to fall. It went kaput.
Trash.
Oh. Like, nothing doesn't go boom.
I'm sick.
I love that. It was like, what was that? You're like, nothing. I'm like, a kaboom doesn't go nothing. Jesse says, I'm at working and listening to you. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Jesse. We greatly appreciate it. Hopefully, gives you some entertainment while you're working. Let's see. See, I still have yet to post the F1 stuff. Yeah, I hear you, man, because it's like, as I said, there's still a lot of stuff we still have to post. We're trying to actually do that now. The connection is not really agreeing with us. As I said, we have 7 videos total. We have 5 on the regular channel, and then we have 2 member exclusives that's going to come out. And we're trying to get them out as quickly as possible while they're still, in the algorithm. But don't worry, we'll do our best. I'm still working on it. That's part of my job, getting all this stuff up. See, I didn't do the Hershey tour Remy. Okay, that's as I said, but I do love. Oh, so yes, that's what I was saying. I was gonna try to be an extra in the biopic of Hershey, but it was during the time of our May trip. I would have had to fly back to PA while they were filming. It was something I was thinking about, but we had our trip in Florida that wouldn't have timed with the schedule of that, and then also me getting my kidney stone, that didn't help either. So let's see. Asking how is that's why. Okay, I got it now. Remy D asked Giant Peter how was the Hershey tour, Disney like, and then said he didn't do the tour. Let's see, where am I? I guess it would help if I went in order to the see, I did get to see Bellagio's Christmas display. It is probably the best one they have ever done for Christmas. The F1 merch makes Disney prices look like the dollar store. $40 for a reusable tote bag. $40 for a reusable tote bag. That is crazy. Jeez. Is there like a golden nugget inside that they give it with that you get that comes with the purchase? Good gravy. That's crazy. But yeah, so just to kind of recap of everything, I think with all the Disneyland Paris news, that's great. We're getting, because I mean they're revamping the park up to Adventure World. Everything will probably be rear and ready to go. Obviously, still some things done along the route, but everything will be kind of ready by March 29th of 26. Those are some really cool R&D, tech that, they're thinking about with the aquatic drones and the new kind of audio animatronics that they could be using for Mike Wazowski, Lightning McQueen, and Hades. I'm assuming when they say Mike Wazowski, it's probably going to be in the Monsters, Inc. land in Hollywood Studios. It could either be in the attraction itself or maybe that new show that's actually going in, in the place of Muppet Vision 3D. And then Lightning McQueen, they might just be updating, for Cars Land and Radiator Springs Racers, and then Hades for villains. So that's going to be very interesting. See, Abby says, did you see that post when Mickey led the Bellagio fountains? And Peter went, yep. You can't even see the Bellagio fountains from the Strip. Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. They had Mickey conduct that. That was cool. But a lot of people were saying they're doing it for the Bellagio, but could they actually get that kind of stuff in the Disney parks? We want to see that kind of caliber, But hopefully, Vegas does come up out of the ashes, so to speak, because I know they've been struggling as well, trying to, get tourists there and trying to configure, do we keep the themes? Do we get rid of them? So it's starting to seem like a lot of the entertainment aspects of the themes are coming back to Vegas. So I'm hoping that's the case. Because I actually enjoyed my time in Vegas. As I said, I've only, done it once, but I mean, eventually I would like to go back, see more stuff and everything. That I finally was able to do the Strip. Abby took me around to the different hotels and everything, and we did play some slots. We did win, but we only won with one particular slot, which I think honestly that's just going to be our slot moving forward. We're not using any other slots. I remember which slot that was too. So yeah. And then as soon as we win, we're not pressing our luck. We're going to just stop right there while we still have money. Let's see. All the F1 suites were built in front of the fountains, 3,000 per person. And Abby says, wow, that is crazy. And yeah, she said that was at the Luxor. Yeah. So whether or not we stay again at the Luxor, I thought it was really unique and cool to stay in the pyramid. But if we don't, and then we play slots, I'm physically going over to the Luxor and going to that direct slot machine. Because we both won on that one. But watch, we'll go into it again and then we'll lose everything. See, everyone has their slots. My uncle's were the fish theme slots. There were these slots that I couldn't make heads or tails of it. They were so damn complicated. It was not even funny. I'm just give me the traditional pull give me the picture and everything. Like, I don't need like these overall themed ones. It's like where you have to get this to go with that, and you have to push this button for this. It's like, oh my gosh, too much. My mom used to be the Wheel of Fortune slots. That's cool. My first and only time gambling in Vegas from $5. Oh, so you wait, you won $5 out of, or you won. Sorry, I'm sorry, Remedy. I'm trying to think. You won 5. You put in 5, and then you got 300, or vice versa. Did you lose 300, or did you gain 5? By saying that you're going to keep it that way, I guess whatever you won, that was like a one and done thing. They had a Back to the Future machine and even MCU Iron Man machine. That's really cool. Yeah. Like once we won, and we stopped. Yeah. Milk Money was my favorite. Yeah, everyone like has like their go-to kind of thing, because it's like, I don't know, it just oh, okay. So here we go. So you ended up with 300 starting at 5. Okay, I got you. Yeah. See, yeah, oh, absolutely. If I put in a $5 and I ended up winning 300, that's it. I'm cash me out, because then that's when like it's almost like the machine knows that like then you put in something else and then you lose it all. So yeah, so I mean you profited $295 and then you got your $5 back. So it's like, yep, I'm good. I'm right there with you, Remedy. Definitely. And Abby, as she said, that she's the same way. Like once we won like our winnings, we were done. I didn't try poker or any card games. I suck. Yeah, I do too. Don't put me on poker. Don't put me on blackjack. No, I don't. Like, you want me to do a card game? I'll do Go Fish. That's the kind of I'll do Go Fish and War. That's the card games I'll do. I can't do like those high end, like where you have a poker face and you bluff and like you try to read the room and everything. No, I can't do that. I might as well should just hand everyone like, here's a $20, here's a $20, here's a $20. Just hand out the money directly to them, because I know for a fact I'd lose. What's up, Kiki and Luca? Welcome in. And I saw that you were in the attempt of Stranger Things. That didn't go so well. As I said, you live and you learn. You know, you learn from your mistakes. And apparently, yeah, I could not do that. So it was because of, I guess, like a copyright thing. It was a worldwide copyright thing through YouTube. They automatically took it down, which is fine, as I said, because you live and you learn. Sometimes you just don't know, like, really what you can put out and what you can't, because I could do teaser trailers. I can do some music videos. Again, it's just like a roulette thing. You just don't know, you know, but I didn't get no strikes or no penalties or anything. They just cut the live down, which was okay for me too, because the connection was not so good. As you can see, we're in a hotel room, so their Wi-Fi is not working so well. And Kiki and Lucas says, hope you feel better, Abs.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's feeling a little bit under the weather, so we're trying to get her back to full health. It always seems like she doesn't feel well, like when we're in the hotels, like when it's time to actually like chill and relax. Probably because she's like, when she's working a lot, it's like her body finally is like, okay, I can relax. And then it's like, well, yeah, you can relax, but then the body crashes, you know. And Kiki and Luca, yeah, we're actually staying in the Anaheim area. We're close by Disneyland for like some more holiday stuff and for the holidays in general, for Thanksgiving. But as I mentioned earlier, we're kind of like going all over the place. We're going like to LA. We're still doing Universal and Knott's Berry Farm and stuff like that. And as I mentioned, also too, as I said, we do have 7 videos that I'm trying to get out, because again, along with the connection, it's just not working, and I'm trying to get the stuff out before we have more content. So yeah, we have 5 new videos coming out, and then 2 member exclusive videos. So once they all come out, You guys are going to be flooded with content for a while. So, see, I wouldn't be able to handle the pressure from all the hardcore gamblers yelling at me for hitting instead of staying in blackjack. Yeah, like that'd be too much pressure for me. Yeah, Abby says the same. I don't like to bluff or I can't lie. Yeah. I would. I think for something like that, like I wouldn't be able to bluff. My face reads everything, folks. Like if I'm upset, you'll know it. If I'm sad, you'll know it. If I'm happy, you'll know it. My face is like you can just tell. Jesse Adventures asks, "Are you going to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?" You know what? Probably. I mean, we're in the hotel room. We're not meeting up with family till noon. So we can catch a little bit of the parade if it's still running by that time. And then we're going to do some other things. We're going to catch, we're going to go into the park for the first time. I've never been in Disneyland on Thanksgiving Day. That's going to be very interesting. And then we're also going to see Zootopia 2 tomorrow as well, later on in the evening, which we will be doing an out-of-theater review. And don't worry, folks, we will be doing as much spoiler-free as we possibly can. And then we also have a little fun thing that Abby and I are going to do for the out-of-theater reaction to Zootopia 2. So I think you guys will get a little kick out of it. Nothing big, nothing spectacular, but we think you'd appreciate it. So definitely, again, look out for that. So again, that'll be 8 videos that will have to come out. So we greatly appreciate your patience. Just hang in there with us, guys. As I said, I'll be able to get like all this stuff out hopefully soon. So yes, where am I here? Here we go. My aunt is a dealer here in Vegas and has seen people go broke. Oh yeah. It's very easy for someone to gamble all their life savings away. Honestly, it really is, because you just get so fixated of, oh, I won this, but I can win more. And sometimes it is very hard to stop. It becomes addicting. You know, it's, you know, some people actually have to, you know, get counseling for it. And it's no joke. It's real. That's why I've learned a long time ago, even just like with the slots, it's like, don't go down that dark path. It's like you got something that you won, or even if you didn't, then it's like, don't keep going. Stop while you're still ahead. Let's see. On a side note, I started watching Stranger Things and it's been too long since the last season. There were too many characters and too many things going on. It was confusing and kind of boring. Interesting. The latest season, for season 5. What I actually might do, Kiki and Luca, being that I can't do a watch party, maybe Abs and I will watch it and then we'll do a review on it, on our thoughts. I can understand why you say that though, because I feel like it was a tremendous gap from season 4 to season 5. I actually forgot that there was still one more season left. That's how much like it was out of tune. But I mean, there are people out there that are like really diehards. As you probably saw it on the live, I had like 3,200 people tuning in to watch it. That was crazy. But unfortunately, they were tuning in because I was showing it and they're like, hey, you know, we'll save on a subscription. So it's like, yeah, I think YouTube and Netflix would not appreciate that. And very well, I can understand that. And again, it didn't like, the light bulb didn't hit in my head until after the fact it got shut down. And I'm like, oh yeah, that does make sense. I should not have done that, you know. But as I said, you live and learn, you make mistakes, and you do better next time. But I could definitely understand like how you would have to go back to season 4 to kind of like refresh. And that's why I was letting the refresher go for the previous of season 4, but people were saying skip it and everything. I'm like, okay. But it's like, I even needed a little bit of a refresher just because it's like, okay, what happened again? Where did we leave off? But yeah, so see George wearing fox ears and dressing up as Nick while Abby dresses like Judy. You have to see, Peter. Not like well, you'll say it's nothing like major, but like you're in that realm, I'll say. It's been a while since I watched Stranger Things too. Yeah, absolutely. Because it was free. Yeah. Yes, I guess I'm a rebel. Like, again, I wasn't like paying attention. It's like, oh yeah, folks, like I thought it would just be kind of cool because I mean I love doing watch parties with you guys. I did the Taylor Swift music video. I tried doing the Cat's Eye one, but the internet connection was very bad. I was very disappointed with that one. I think honestly, I'll try to find like a better space to do when I do these watch parties. I'll like learn my surroundings of like what would actually work. So I thought, yeah, we'll just do season 5. And I'm so used to sharing my screen, like for YouTube and for X and everything. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just share my screen for Netflix. And it's like, nope, that's a no-no. Let's see. Aside from Disneyland tomorrow, are you guys doing anything else for Thanksgiving? Great question, Kiki and Luca. Yes. So we're going to first we're going to have a family luncheon with Abby's family. And then we're going to go to Disneyland for a little bit just for I could mark it off my bucket list to say, you know, I've been to Disneyland on Thanksgiving Day. So we'll be there for a few hours, and then we're going to do Zootopia 2 later on in the evening. But I think also, too, to Jesse Adventures saying, are we going to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? I think before the luncheon, I think I will put on the parade to kind of check it out, just to see. Melissa Peterman, who just got done with the season 2 of Happy's Place, because Abby and I went to Universal for the live taping for the season 2 finale of Happy's Place. And she was talking to us and she said, not like us directly, I wish I got like a one-on-one with Melissa Peterman. Talking, folks, not that kind of one-on-one. She was telling the audience that literally she's leaving right after wrapping filming she's hopping on a plane, she's going to New York, and she's doing the countdown to Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But she kind of said the joke that if you happen to see my mom, tell her, yeah, I'm hosting Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, because her mom thinks that's what she's doing. But she's not really hosting. She's just doing the countdown. But I think that's so cool that that even though that she wrapped up season 2 of Happy's Place, you think, okay, you know, get to relax now. Nope, you're hopping on a plane. You're going to New York. You know, that's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, we just have to be careful for what we do for the watch parties. Absolutely. Tomorrow I'm going to be eating at Carbone. It's basically George's Heaven and East Coast style Nona Italian food. That's the best kind. Yeah, we would love to see the parade. So, yep, we will definitely put that on. Yeah, going so fancy. Carbone is a nice place. I will attempt to watch it maybe if the gym is playing the parade. Yeah, can you imagine that one? Like everyone like the big muscle guys, they're like pumping iron, they're like doing their biceps, they're lifting and everything. They're like, oh, look at the TV, there's the balloon of Bluey. Like there's oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. See, Remy D says it's funny. Wicked 1 was battling Moana 2. Now Wicked 2 is battling another Disney sequel for the box office. It appears we might have ourselves another Barbenheimer, Wickedtopia. Interesting. That is very true. And here's the thing I have to say with Wicked. I know a lot of people are comparing Wicked for Good to the, part 1 of Wicked. And I feel like a lot of people are missing the point, because technically they're not 2 separate movies. It's one big cohesive story. They just had to break it into 2 because it would have been too long. So basically part one was act one, you know, if you were seeing the Broadway show, and then Wicked for Good was after, you know, the curtain goes down, intermission, curtain goes up, here's Wicked for Good. You know, that's so I prefer the songs in part one, but they're emotionally, as you guys probably seen watching our out of theater reaction with Wicked for Good, you know, it hit me differently than act one. So so I take the Wickeds as like one big cohesive story. But to your point, Remedy, that is very interesting how Wicked and Moana too, and then Wicked for Good and Zootopia. I think honestly they're both going to do very well. Of what I'm hearing, Zootopia 2 is going to be massive. I hear nothing but good things about it that people are saying about it. I think it got I don't really go by this, but just to say it anyway, I think it got a 94% Rotten Tomato score. And I think it's going to do big in China. I think they're like aiming for like a couple 100,000 just in China alone. So I think they said roughly worldwide, it's supposed to, of what they're thinking, is supposed to be like 500 million opening weekend, especially with it being the Thanksgiving weekend too. So I think, as I said, I'm excited for it. Let's see. Yes, keeping myself in shape. Good for you, Peter. You're keeping yourself in shape. I'm about to eat a Italian hoagie. So, and for all of you who don't know what a hoagie is, it's a type of sub. I call it a hoagie. That's what I grew up with. Abby says, good for you, Peter. I don't have the discipline. We cried at Wicked for Good. We did. We cried. We seen Wicked for Good twice. We cried twice. And then when we started talking about it for the out of theater reaction, we cried. And it's like, it wrecked me. As I said, I've only had one other movie do that to me, and that was Fox and the Hound. And it always seems like it gets me when two characters are parting and there's music and song around it. It wrecks me. Let's see. 1 Bluey, 2 Elmo, 3 Ronald McDonald. Hit me. That's great. But in any case, folks, I'm going to wrap up this live. As you can see, as Abby was moving in stealth mode, she was grabbing our food. Again, I want to thank you all. I know this wasn't a really long live. I just wanted to jump on and have a little chat with you guys of some of the news that broke out. Definitely come back for our live on Black Friday if you guys can make it. I will be setting up the live a little early so that way you guys can have the time and everything. This was kind of like a pop-up, last-minute, spontaneous kind of Disney Italiano way of a live. And again, I wanted to see like how the lives came up before we did our Unboxmas. That's what we're calling it. So we're going, as I said, we're going to do some unboxing, have another great chit chat with you guys for all who can attend. And we're also going to be doing some giveaways because of the Thanksgiving/Black Friday kind of thing. So we thought it would be kind of generous and do some giveaways as well. And yeah, so to all of you, thank you so much for joining this live. As I said, have a happy, safe, blessed, safe travels if you're traveling or families coming in Thanksgiving. Enjoy all that great food. Enjoy the parade. Enjoy each of your company. We greatly appreciate it. Let's see, what's this say? Black Friday shopping video, WWE style. That's great. Let's see. Thanks everyone for joining this quick live. Please join us for Friday if you can. Yep, Unboxmas. And then Abby says, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We love our Holo Gelato Familia. And we really do. We really appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you so much. And we do this for you guys because it's for, to give you guys content, and it's for sheer joy and entertainment. And we're glad that you guys are here with us, and we're happy to do it with all of you. But in any case, I'm George, the Disney Italiano. And as I always say, in Disney Italiano fashion, stay safe, stay healthy, stay Disney. Italiano out. And again, everyone, have a happy Thanksgiving. See you later.